Hello everyone, in this video we're continuing our journey along the southwest coast of Turkey and exploring a town best known for its rock tombs and a beach that's a nesting ground for endangered loggerhead sea turtles. So stick around till the end. Thanks! We're taking a short break for snacks. This here is a traditional Turkish way of cooking an asaj in a wood-fired oven. We've come a long way from Istanbul now, stopping by several different towns along the way. In our last video, we were in Ephesus, so from there it's about a 3-hour drive to our next destination. This is another scenic drive as we really notice the landscape change. We see some stunning views of the coastal plains with the backdrop of the mountains and its green vegetation, the blue sea, peninsula, and some nearby islands. Our journey is as picturesque as our destination. We have just arrived at our hotel and this is the view from the balcony. It's so laid back here. We are surrounded by beautiful mountains. I'll give you a room tour later. This is the Dalyan Strait, which connects the lake to the sea with Koyceğiz Lake up north and İztuzu Beach in the south where the Mediterranean Sea is. We are just wandering here along the river, admiring the beautiful view of the boats, the reeds growing on the riverbank, and the rocky mountain range dotted with trees on the other side of the river. This walking path on the riverside is lined with hotels, cafes, restaurants, and other shops, so it's also a good place to sit and dine while enjoying the view. Uniquely shaped boats ply up and down this long river as means of transport for both locals and holidaymakers. The boats are built that way or modified to avoid harming the turtles that inhabit the area. Dalyan is also best known for an endangered turtle species called Caretta caretta or loggerhead sea turtles. One of their main breeding grounds on the Mediterranean is at İztuzu Beach, just a few kilometers from here. There is a part of the beach that's only accessible by boat, and it's also a different kind of experience, so many people prefer to do the scenic river cruise to get there. Dalyan gained international attention back in 1987 when a British environmentalist strong opposition to the construction of a big luxury hotel that would destroy the natural habitat of the Caretta turtles at İztuzu Beach triggered worldwide protests. Kaptan June, as she was fondly called by the locals, was successful in her pursuit to preserve this nesting place for the endangered turtle species, and the beach was officially declared as a protected natural reserve. This special environmental protection extends to the hinterlands of Dalyan and the surrounding districts, as the area is significant not just because of its turtle habitat, but also because of its cultural, historical, and geological value. So that is why the area remains relatively untouched. We've now reached the best part of this river walk, the Kaunas rock tombs. These temple-like carvings on the cliffs facing the river date back to the 4th century BC and are believed to be the resting places of Kanian or Lycian kings and the elite. They form part of the archaeological site of the ancient city of Kaunas, which later on became annexed to Lycia, an ancient region recorded in Hittite texts from as far back as 1200 BC and mentioned in Homer's Iliad as having participated in the Trojan War. Kaunas was a wealthy port city between the Aegean and Mediterranean seas that traded materials for shipbuilding and repair, dried fish and figs, salt, agricultural products, and slaves. It changed rulers over time between the Persians and Greeks, and then the Romans, and ultimately the Turkish forces. At the Kaunas archaeological site, there are also ruins of an ancient theater, basilica, Roman baths, an agora, and some temples. This spot right here offers the perfect vantage point to see these ancient marvels set as a backdrop to the riverscape. Reeds lining the riverbank, emerald green water, and small boats passing by. We're now on our way to Isdazoo Beach. It's a scenic drive on a beautiful road lined with oleander and a view of the lake on one side and the breathtaking cliffs on the other. Up ahead are tree-covered and rocky mountains. This is the sandy Isdazoo Beach where lake and seawater meet. It's very pleasant to swim in because the water is very clean and warm and it's entirely sandy. Isdazoo Beach is 4.5 kilometers long and only a tiny section of it on both ends have sunbeds and changing rooms, while the rest of the long stretch of beach is kept empty. It is closed at 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. in the months of May to October, and the nesting zones are clearly marked so that nobody would disturb the area. There's a turtle research and rehab center at the other end of the beach. This video, let me give you a road tour. This door leads to the balcony, which gives a great view of the beautiful mountains. It's very quiet and relaxing here. And then this is the living area that extends to the kitchen. There's this little dining nook right there with 2 windows facing the pool area. This is one window, so as you can see, the mountains and the palm trees provide a beautiful backdrop of the pool. Then there's this really cozy seating nook with a pretty and comfy lounge chair, a lovely mustard colored accent wall, and a small medieval painting with a lamp above it. Lastly, this is the bedroom. It's really homey and bright with windows facing the mountains. So there are windows everywhere in this apartment, so lots of natural light gets in. There's another lovely painting right here, just like the one in the living room between those 2 reading lamps. And then there's this large mirror here. So that concludes this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.